Hi guys, we are going to be making Parker and the Porch's Buzz Bee Snap Tab. This is what our front looks like. This is what our back looks like. And we're going to be making this with a cam snap right here. So I wanted to go ahead and show you some of the stuff we're going to be using. We're going to be using vinyl. I'm using these two vinyls from PUNKBROIDERY. This is her metallic series. It's really pretty. It's one of her new vinyls that she gets in. You can also use felt. I would use wool felt. It lasts longer if you are going to go ahead and use felt, which also looks super cute on snap tabs. And both links to PUNKBROIDERY and where I buy my wool felt is in the See More below this video. If you look there, all my links are there. We are going to be using these D swivel lobster clasps. These are the two that I buy and use. This one I use only because it fits on the little tiny spot on the zipper right there. This other one does not. So if I want something to go on my bag, if I want it to hook, I will use this one. If I don't care, like on the sides of my bag, I use this one. This one is more sturdy. I like the way it looks. It's thicker, so it doesn't tend to break where this one can break. A little easier. Okay, so we are going to be using those supplies, and like I said, I will be using cam snaps in this video versus rivets, which I used in the unicorn kitty video. Okay, so let's get started. I will meet you at my machine and we will go through how we make this. Okay guys, I have my 4x4 hoop with one sheet of tearaway onto my machine. We're gonna go ahead and stitch step 1, which is the placement stitching. We're gonna do that directly onto our stabilizer. I will come back and show you. Okay guys, this is what your placement stitch looks like right here. Now what you can do, you could either just take some scrap fabric and place it over here to make sure you get around all of your placement stitches, or you can put, say you have a roll of vinyl, if you're using vinyl, you could put it like this so you can see that you're getting over your placement stitches, and then you can just cut right here. Or you can take a ruler like this and go to your farthest apart section, which are these wings on this bee, which it's a little bigger than 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm using a cutter right here. This is just a paper cutter. This is a Fiskars paper cutter. I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. The reason I'm cutting my roll like this is so I keep a straight edge for my bags when I go ahead and make a bag. So you just need a little bigger than 3 inches. So I'm just going to go right there. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to cut, and it comes right off. Okay, so that's how I cut mine, and then I keep a straight edge over here, so if I make a bag, I still have my straight edges on my rolls of fabric. Now the other thing, you need the other side too. So if you measure from the tippy top down to the bottom, it's a little bigger than, well, just right about 5, a little smaller than 5 actually. You can honestly at this point go ahead and just set it on there and go down there and cut with the scissors, or you can put it back on your cutter and do a 5. But at this point, it's not as important to have a straight edge because the rest of this is just going to be scrap anyways. If you cut this like this, then you need 2 pieces this size. So if you're using the same color, you could use this for your back as well. You would need 2 pieces. I think I'm going to use this blue right here, which is a scrap. So I'm just going to go ahead. It's actually really easy for me to just go ahead and cut around this size, because I already have the size, and that's just a small piece, so I don't care if I have extra. But now I have 2 pieces big enough for my key fob. So I will meet you back at the machine. That is how I cut it to make the right shape. Okay guys, I am back on my machine. Now I cut vinyl. This vinyl's super pretty. This is the metallic line at PUNKBROIDERY. It's one of my favorites. I super love it. Okay, so I'm using that. You can use any of these vinyls, not HTV vinyl, but any embroidery and vinyl. You can use any of those. You could use leather. You could use felt. You can use all sorts of things. You can use woven fabric, but know that you'll have a frayed edge, which is also super cute on some things. I do that on several things, but it's not if you don't want frayed edges, then I wouldn't use it on this project, but know that you can. So now you just want to get your fabric completely over all of your placement lines. Once you have them over your placement lines, go ahead and run step 2, which is going to go ahead and stitch those details right there. I can go ahead and stitch it. I'll come back and show you. Okay, guys, that's what it looks like. It went ahead and stitched all of those details. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is going to stitch the bee wings. Now I'm trying to match this cute little daybreak bag that we made. I did a video on this as well, so you can go watch it if you want to make this bag. But my bees have blue wings, so I went ahead and put blue in, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch the next step, and I'll show you what it looks like. There's what those wings look like right there. Now the next step is then going to be to stitch the cheeks. Step 4, I went ahead and changed my thread to pink, and I'm gonna go ahead and stitch it. I'll come back and show you what those cheeks look like. Okay, there's the cheeks. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the cute little mouth. So I'm picking a different pink, and I'm gonna go ahead and stitch that. Stitch step 5. Looks like so far. Now we are on the very last step, and on the last step, you go ahead and put the back of your snap tab on. So I'm gonna flip my hoop upside down. You can see you still have the exact same placement lines, so you need that piece of fabric vinyl. People put felt on the back of this. You can put, I'm using this vinyl. You can put whatever you want on the back of here pretty much, except for like woven fabric because it frays. I wouldn't put fabric that frays on these. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure I'm over all my stitch lines. I'm going to go ahead and take tape. I'm just using regular old masking tape, and I'm just going to tape down my corners just so it stays in place. Okay, when you have it secure on the back and you're over all of your placement stitches, go ahead and flip your hoop back over and put it back on your machine. Now change to whatever color. It's going to be the antenna lines right here, and the whole entire outline is going to be the color you choose next. So I'm going to choose black because I want my antennas to be black, but you can choose whatever color you want, and then go ahead and stitch step 6. I'll come back and show you. Okay guys, this is what my front looks like. This is what my back looks like right here. So I'm going to take it off my hoop. We are done stitching. Now I'm going to take all my stabilizer off. You could just cut around this. The reason I like to take my stabilizer off is because this stabilizer shows on the edge and it bugs me. And it's easier to tear it off in big pieces than after you cut it. So I'm going to get as much as I can get off now. Okay. Then you're just going to go ahead and take scissors, and you are just going to cut all the way around this design right here. I cut kind of close because it keeps me straight. If you're further out, I tend to be more wobbly and it looks bad. So I'm just going to cut close-ish without cutting any of your stitch lines. I try not to do a ton of little shortcuts because they end up getting choppy and they look choppy. So I try to do long cuts. And if you get to an edge, I put the tip of my scissors right there so I don't cut over my stitch lines. And I just go all the way down and it gets me right at the edge where I'm trying to get. A few little cutting tips. Almost there. This is kind of a detailed cut for this one. Okay. Okay, you have it all cut. If you have any little things that you want to fix, like I want to cut this the other direction so I can get in here closer, go ahead and fix that. Okay. If you have string, you should have a couple little strings right here. I'm going to cut it without cutting the little knot just to make it a little cleaner on the back. See, this is what the back looks like. This is what the front looks like. Okay, so that is how you make a snap tab. Now I'm going to show you how to add the snaps and what I use. So hang on a sec, I'll be right back and get my stuff. Okay guys, I am back. You need one of these tools right here that are just going to go ahead and start your holes. I always just kind of put it like right about there. You can take this, these are cam snap size 20. I have the long ones because I normally put thicker vinyls on the front and back, so I need the longer ones. There's original and long. The long ones just have a longer plastic piece right here. So you can kind of take your cam snap and kind of place it. You really just want it where it's not hitting and interfering with your design. So I'm going to put it like right about there. Okay, so you're just going to poke that through. Make sure not to poke your fingers. Okay, like that. It just makes a base hole for you. And then you're going to do the same thing up here. You're going to have 2 holes. Okay. Now you're going to go ahead and put your snaps through the fronts. So there. And I have there. Now there's tools you can use. There's a hand press like this. I'm going to show you on one how to do the hand press, and then I'll show you on the other one how to use, I'm going to have to lift you up to see this. I have this big press right here too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use the hand one first. Okay, so you should have 2 button tops, and then you have to have these 2 pieces as well. Okay. So you take one of these, it doesn't matter which one goes where. So you're going to go ahead and place it in there like that. This tool has an inset right here. This black piece is inset. That's where your button top goes. And then the other piece goes there. And then you just squeeze. It's a hand press. So you just squeeze it really tight. And it goes ahead and connects the 2. So these are connected now. Now this tool right here, it has little attachments. And this one, I'm going to put this one has this attachment. If you are only using one of these, then you need an attachment for this side, and there's a different attachment for this other side that we just did. I actually bought 2 of them because I was lazy and didn't want to switch these out all the time. So I put one side on here and one side on here, so I know which one's which. So this one fits in this one, and then this one right here fits in that one, so I don't switch it out. But some people might not want to buy 2. You can sit and switch this piece out each time. Okay, so you put that piece in there, then you're going to go ahead and take this, put it, your buttons rest right in this little spot right here, like that, and then you just pull down. There's a handle. I'll bring you up a little bit. There's a handle right here. You just push down. Okay, and it goes ahead and puts that one together. Okay, so that's how you do this. Then you take right here, this is a D, this is called a D lobster swivel clasp. This is the one I like to use. You go ahead and put this through. You go ahead and snap them together. And now you have a really cute, this is really cute for backpacks. It's really cute for purses. It goes on the end of zippers, little bags. I made it for this right here. It's really super cute. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna clip it on this piece. Okay. So now I have this cute little bag with the matching bee. It's a cute little bee. So that is how you make the snap tab right here. Hope that helps you. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to be notified of the next videos that come out. And please like if this helped you. And if you need any of the materials that I use, my links are, if you go to see more or show more right underneath this video, you look below, it says show more or see more. And then if you click that, all of my links to different stuff like the vinyl, I use my PUNKBROIDERY. All of this is the metallic series. Both of these are all like the lobster class, the fold over elastic, all sorts of stuff that I use are down in those links. So hope you enjoyed. Hope that helped you. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.